What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 28 of our Social Montbéliard Let's Play here in Football Manager 2018, and today it's an end of season special. We have some big games today: PSG, Monaco and Marseille to end the season. We're probably going to end up doing at least two of these games because we still have stuff to play for. Let's have a look at the league table. Of course, since you were last here, we have played two games. We'll go through these super quickly. Of course, last episode was a bit of a mixed bag. We lost 3-1 against Dijon, a game you would have expected us to win. But then in a game that I was very kind of nervous going into, we absolutely spanked Nice 3-0. And well, you can see here, 2 wins since then. The first was against Dijon. Nice to get a little bit of revenge. Of course, when we played them last episode, we dominated them for large spells. And this game was very similar in that regard. We were the better team for large spells. They actually took the lead through a Marchetti goal, which was absolutely ludicrous. One of the best goals I've seen in Football Manager this year. A volley from outside the box, straight into the top corner. However, we did bounce back very quickly. Ducasse with a goal in the 20th minute. Ricky Martin then grabbed a goal to get us 2-1 up, and you thought at half-time we were going to have this little cushion to hold on to. But unfortunately for us, Tavares grabbed an equaliser for them with their second shot on target of the game. And well, at half-time, I got a little bit shouty. We came out in the second half, we dominated the play, and eventually that dominance fell through and kind of came through as Ducasse grabbed his second goal of the game in the 68th minute. A 3-2 victory, this one. As you can see, looking at the stats, they only had 2 shots on target. We had 59% of possession, and well, unlike the last time we played Dijon, we defended well, and well, we had our shooting boots on. So that was a good result there. The last game we played was against Brest, of course, a team who got promoted with us last year. In this game, we beat them very convincingly. They really have struggled this season. They had a man sent off as well in the game in the latter stages, which definitely didn't help them. They scored with their only shot on target again, but we were very clinical in front of goal. Francisco Trincal opened up the scoring. Lacroix with a goal. He was actually playing in replacement of Diarra, who was suspended. Mattiello also starting this game at left back due to some suspensions to Pendant. As you can see, Jean-Do Fuchs and Ducasse again wrapping up the goal scoring. A good win for us, very, very happy with this result. A 4-1 win against the team who we were promoted with really kind of shows how much we've progressed over the course this year. Of course, when we compare ourselves to Brest last year, we were superior, but it's good to see that we've continued to grow on that. And well, I felt a little bit guilty beating them, but at the same time, with that result, we guaranteed ourselves Europa League football for next season, which is great. So let's have a look at the league table here, because as I said, this is going to be an end-of-season live-com special. Right now, we are in 4th and guaranteed Europa League spot. You can see Nice, who are in 5th, have lost their last 5 games in a row. They have completely collapsed. Dijon have lost their last 3 games in a row in the league. It really has been a collapse of all the teams around us whilst we've kind of found some form. You can see ahead of us, Lyon are 3 points clear. Our goal difference is better, and that is the initial decider between the two teams. However, they have played a game more. Now, obviously, if we win our game in hand, we will leapfrog them. However, we have got PSG to play away from home, Monaco at home, and then Marseille. So none of these games easy. It might be over after 2 defeats in a row. Hopefully, we can take it to the death and really apply some pressure. The Monaco game should be an interesting one. That is the second game of this little run of results. And the reason it should be interesting is because they are still in the Europa League and they are taking that competition very seriously. And as a result, I'm somewhat hoping that, you know, they send out their best team against Arsenal and then rest a lot of players for the game against us just a few days later. That's the dream, certainly. So anyway, in terms of the game today, we're going to be taking on PSG. They are, of course, just a very good team. They've won the league the last few years. However, I believe with a defeat against us, they would lose any hope of winning the league this year. Indeed, they would. So they're going to want to win this game. And well, we're going to want to crush their dreams. Away from home, though, it's not going to be easy. In terms of our team for today's game, we're going to play the 4-2-3-1. We're going to go with what I consider to be my strongest 11. It's going to be Prévost in goal, left back Pendant, centre backs of Ruiz, Diarra, and of course at right back Dalot. We have Chevalier and Fuchs in the centre of the midfield, Trincal, Martin, and Dougie Pote out on the right. And Ducasse up top. You might notice Dougie Pote starting today's game. I've been a little underwhelmed with Moroni so far this year. Of course, the Argentine brought in at the start of the season. He still looks like a very good player and he has improved a lot this year. But, I don't know, I was expecting fireworks from him, and in the end I think all we've got is a Catherine wheel. So, there you go. I'm hoping that Dougie Pote can do the business for us. He is struggling a little bit with match fitness, but Moroni's on the bench. We can make that change if we need to. And well, let's see how we get on today. Hopefully we can get a result. I'm going to tell the players, what do I want to tell them? go out there and impress me. I don't want to be too expectant on the players. I should point out, going into this end of season live com, whilst we do have a chance at a top 3 finish, and if we were to win all our games, we probably would finish ahead of Lyon. That certainly isn't the expectation today. We've got to be realistic. PSG are a very good side. We're going to try and take the game to them at home. I think that's the best way to approach this game, rather than trying to hit them on the counter. Of course, when we played them in the game at our ground, we played on the counter. Not on the counter, sorry. Oh, no, we did play on the counter. And it did actually work out for us. But away from home today, I wanted to try and, catch them out. I realise I just said we're playing them at home. Of course, it is away from home today. Expectations are low, but, hopes are high. As the ball's come forward to Fuchs here. Can he cross it? And he can't. It's blocked away. But good, promising signs early on for us. 10 minutes gone. Yet to have a shot on target, but we're on the front foot. And while the corner here is dealt with by PSG. They're going to be tricky to beat today. You can see we are having a little more of the ball than them, which is kind of what I want to see here. But we do need to start creating stuff. And while Trincao injured, that is not the player we really want to see injured. Dougie Pote's going to have to go out onto the left. We'll bring in Moroni out on the right. And that's a big injury for us, because Trincao has been one of our leading lights in this team this year. I hope that is not a serious injury. It's saying potential foot injury. I mean, yeah, hopefully it's nothing serious. You can see, looking at PSG's team, they have got a few players a little bit tired. I'm looking at the likes of Mbemba, Marquinhos, even, I think it was Neymar who was struggling a bit in the final third. So I'm hoping we can make the most of that. I mean, it's 0-0 and we're close to half-time. And we are the team at least trying to press up high here and close them down. They have worked the ball around us, but, Pendant's going to read that. Gets it forward to Dougie Pote, to Fuchs. Can we break the deadlock early or late on in this half? Unfortunately not, and they could hit us on the counter here, we could be in trouble. Cavani, not really anyone in support of him. He goes for a speculative long shot at best. It goes wide of the mark. But we're straight into another highlight. I mean, it's all kicking off here. We're yet to have a shot on target, and we are struggling now to hold on to the ball. I feel like in the second half we've got to mix things up. I'm thinking we might try the fluid attack system and see if we can find a way through there. But, we need to get to half-time at this point. Ruiz with it. Don't do a dodgy back pass. He clears it forward. I mean, it's not great, is it? Cavani through. Privo, what a stop by the keeper. The first real clear-cut chance PSG have had all game, and it's a fantastic stop by the Frenchman. Can we deal with this corner now? Marquinhos. And it looks like we're going to survive the first half at 0-0. And, a draw would not be a bad result at the moment. I'd take a draw in this game. Yes, it would make it tricky to catch Lyon and take destiny out of our own hands. But really, we want to avoid defeat if we can. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from happy. As I said, I think we're going to switch to the fluid attack and see if we can make it work for us. I feel like we've got the players to make it work. It's going to be tricky, this game. I always knew it was going to be tricky, but I'm hoping that we can get a few more opportunities. I feel like we've tried to control the first half. We controlled it early on, but didn't really create a lot for it. And as the half went on, PSG kind of found themselves more and more involved in the play. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do here. This could backfire spectacularly. I mean, PSG is such a tricky team to try and set up against in this kind of game. We don't have the same quality as them. We've got to try and frustrate them and take the one or two opportunities that might come our way in the game. And, it's another highlight. We've had a few already in this half. Pendant giving away the ball to Guedes. That is not where he wants to give it away. And Cavani now through. Options in the middle. Our defence is all over the shop. Gerardez, Privo with the stop, but he can't stop the rebound. What an initial save that was from the keeper. Unfortunately, it ended up being a tap-in for PSG. And, they hit us on the break here. Pendant with a poor throw-in. You can see here, Cavani making this run out wide. It creates this massive channel. And there's just players surging into it. Privo, what a stop it was initially. Unfortunately, the rebound did find the back of the net. And you'd have to say PSG, they've been the better team in this game. They probably deserve to be ahead. And in a bid to go slightly more aggressive, slightly more attacking, it's not really worked for us thus far this game. Of course, we can still get a European spot. If we were to lose this game, we would be needing Lyon to slip up. Their games are significantly easier than ours as well, but let's make sure we keep our goal difference good, because goal difference could be a factor here. I think with a 1-0 defeat here, our goal differences would be the exact same, which, given the fact we've got to play Monaco and Marseille, we're going to struggle to improve it drastically, you'd feel. I feel like if we're going to beat either of those teams, it's going to be narrow wins. As, Privo makes another good stop. Part of me is sat thinking, do I want to just go on the counter now and just, be realistic here and think, you know what, let's just shut up shop and just try and get to the end of this game with only a one goal deficit. I know that isn't going to prove popular, and it could backfire, inviting pressure onto ourselves. But at the same time, I've got to be realistic here. As Prevost makes another... Actually, I don't think he did save it. It went over the crossbar. I thought he made another save, the keeper. He's been on fire today. Really has kept PSG out. They've had 7 shots on target. Only one of them's found the back of the net. Let's make some changes here. Dougie Pote has not had the best of games. Unfortunately, I don't have another left winger now that I think about it. We'll take off Martin for Almeida. I'll keep Moroni on. We'll bring in Panna, I think, for Knight. The Knight, he's not had his greatest day at the office. We'll get in some fresh legs. I mean, it's still 1-0 here. Despite the fact we've created next to nothing going forward, I'm actually quite happy to have a 1-0. I mean, I say this now, we could concede as soon as I say I'm happy, and while they hit the woodwork, Diarra lumps it clear. Away from home against PSG, 1-0 would not be a bad performance. It would not be bad. I mean, I'd love us to hit them on the break now and get the equaliser with 5 minutes of added time. But I don't know, given the context of this game, you know, just making sure we didn't get spanked is important. Anyway, Moroni carrying a bit of a knock gets dispossessed. I'm hoping we're not going to concede in the last seconds of this game here as PSG are bringing the ball forward through Neymar. Can we get a tackle in on him? Of course we can. Andre Almeida also carrying a knock, gets in a tackle. All our players carrying knocks. I mean, could we do something here? Ducasse, we've created nothing all game, but Moroni's forward. Come on, boys. Moroni, he can't get the ball in. You thought for a second it was destined to be. We've got a corner. Probably our last chance of the game. Our only real opportunity we've had all game. The ball whipped in by Dougie Pote. It bounces in the box. It's a free kick to PSG. For a second, I thought a penalty had been given, but it wasn't meant to be. It's going to finish 1-0 here, which is not great, and it does mean that a defeat in the game against Monaco would pretty much crush any hopes of us getting the third place spot. I mean, it's very much a dream at this point. Unfortunately, Moroni out for Trincao out for 3 to 4 weeks, Moroni out for 1 to 3 days. Lots of injuries, and well, the Monaco game is in a week's time. We've got a little time to prep for that. In terms of what's going on outside of the club, outside of the games, I am thinking a little bit ahead to a Europa League campaign. I am thinking about the fact that we are going to need homegrown players, and actually we've got quite a few, fortunately. You can see here my scouts are picking up a few different players who they're recommending. I'm constantly kind of having them out on scouting missions, just seeing who they might pick up. Bakita looks interesting. I mean, a sweeper, that's what you want, isn't it? 9 jumping reach and 10 heading, though, is not ideal. I don't really like the new scouting system in this game. It's not that I don't like it. I just preferred it when it all came to your inbox as a list rather than me having to click through all of these. Like, I'm guilty of just letting this backlog kind of fill up. Maybe I'm the only person who's like that. I just used to like getting an individual news item for each player that you were scouting. I feel like it was easier to keep track of the players that you'd asked for scout reports on. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Fuchs wants to discuss a new contract. Right, Ducasse, I need you to calm him down, please. He no longer... Look at that. Perfect. The dream team. I have noticed that Fuchs and Ducasse... In fact, I want to say just those two players. A lot of players in our team are asking for new contracts. I have looked at how much Ducasse is expecting from a new contract. He wants £36,000. It's madness. You can see here, Dougie Pote has the potential to become a league winger. I didn't talk about this, I don't think. Obviously, I mentioned previously, a few episodes ago, he was unhappy with his contract. We have given him a new contract. I have bent to his demands and given him the money that he wanted. Again, against my will. I mean, it's not too much, I think, money-wise. I think it was £8,000. As I was talking about a second ago, Fuchs and Ducasse want a lot of money. Ducasse was looking at £35,000. I think realistically, I'm going to have to bite the bullet soon and realise that I have got to pay up when it comes to the wages, in terms of the fact we are now a team who are going to be competing in Europe. When your highest earner's on £11,000 a week, I mean, it's a little bit silly to expect them to continue to be happy with that kind of money when you're in Europe. And also, it's going to be important to give them bigger wages to increase their value on the transfer market, but also to keep them happy at the club, because there's players like Ducasse who are essential for us, who I don't want getting unhappy. And even though he's got 4 years left on his contract, I think there's a point where you have to, you know, concede defeat in a way and go, you know what, I have got to offer him the wage demands he wants, and they are realistic in terms of, you know, a player playing in the Europa League should be expecting £30,000 a week, but at the same time, it's tricky because we don't have that kind of financial backing without selling some of our star players, and I don't really want to sell our star players. Anyway, we've got Monaco now. They are, of course, a team who played midweek against Arsenal. I don't know if their result popped up. They are top of the league. I don't know if they've won the league yet. I think they might be playing us today to win the league ahead of PSG, unless PSG played sooner on the Friday or Saturday, because this is a later kickoff with Monaco being in the Europa League. We'll have to check that out and see exactly what's happening here. So if we look, just a quick little league catch-up. So, yeah, PSG 4 points behind Monaco, so they'll be hoping to beat them. Ourselves and Lyon both played today, if I'm not mistaken, on this Sunday, so I'm hoping that they can slip up. Their game is going to be against Lille. If we lose today and Lyon pick up a point, the dream's dead, boys, I'm afraid. You can see here, Brest at the bottom of the league on 13 points. It's absolutely awful. Looks like Rennes are also going to be relegated, with Strasbourg going into the relegation playoff. For people wondering about Ligue 2, by the way, you can see here, Lens, top of the league, and it looks like it's going to be a straight battle between Auxerre and Lorient for the second spot in the league. They're both absolutely even in terms of record and goal difference. Wow, that's really impressive how closely matched those teams are. Both got 29 goal difference, both 5 defeats, 11 draws, 21 losses. Interesting to see Lens win the league, because last year they finished 16th. They had a really bad year when we obviously won the league. So to see them doing as well as that is somewhat surprising. But anyway, let's focus on our league fate here and now. We need Lyon to slip up. We need to try and beat Monaco if we can to take it to the final day of the season. That would be the dream. It's not the expectation. I feel like to get fourth in the league is beyond my wildest expectations for this year. I feel like we've really adapted well to this league. Even that defeat against PSG last time out, I know it finished 1-0. I know they absolutely slaughtered us. But the fact that we limited them to 1 goal away from home against PSG would be a great result, for any team other than perhaps Monaco. Any French club, I feel like, would be pretty happy away from home against PSG to slug it out like we did. Anyway, we do need to make some changes here because of Trincão's injury. In terms of who we're going to bring in, it's going to be Dougie Pote playing out on the left-hand side. And then on the bench, we have room to bring someone in. And I think that person we're going to bring in is going to be Isaac Mbenza. So we'll go with him there. In fact, let's bring in Francisco Deli. I've not talked about you, Deli, in a while. So, of course, his contract's up at the end of the year. He has already agreed to move clubs, the Italian. He's been a great servant to us. This year he's only played 3 games. Last season he was superb for us in 26 games. A bit of a shame to lose him on a free transfer, but he wanted a big wage rise. I can't offer him first team football assurances. We already have Almeida in the club, who is a very, very good centre attacking mid. You can see comparing the two. Almeida probably has him beat, albeit by a very slim margin. But then when we've got Almada as well, and it is going to get confusing with Almada and Almeida, but when we've got Almada coming in as well, at the end of the season, it's one of those situations where he's just not going to have a place in the first team. But he is on the bench today, and who knows, maybe we'll bring him on for him to try and make the difference for us. Anyway, Monaco team here. It's pretty good. We beat them, though, last time we met them in the Cup. We are, we've done it once before. We can do it again. We beat them 2-0 last time we met, and it was at home, and we played this style of football. Granted, it was in the Cup. They were tired, and they played their B team. But today, I want to poop on their party. I want to make sure they can't win the league today. And that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Anyway, I'm not going to get up the latest scores and stuff. I don't want to worry about the Lyon game until the end of the season. If it comes to that, we need to focus on the here and now and trying to get a result against Monaco. That has got to be the main aim here. And you can see we're dominating possession early on, but not really creating a whole lot with it. And the Knights got injured. Oh dear. He does have injury proneness as a thing. I hope that's not a serious injury. I mean, the good news is it's the end of the season, I guess, but still, you hope it's not too serious of an injury. We've dominated possession in this early stage, but we've yet to have a shot on target, which is not good. Although, maybe we can create something here with our first shot on target. Ducasse, Moroni on the overlap, options on ahead. Can he get the ball in? He can. Martin's there. He gets it in off the post. It's just trickled over the line. I've never seen ball physics like that in Football Manager. It spun over the line and then back out. But we'll take it. 25 minutes gone. We're beating Monaco, boys. Ducasse up to Moroni, and what a ball by the Argentine here. Martin shoots. I mean, it's spun over the line. It just it looks like it might be on the line still after it's hit the other post, but we'll take it. Obviously, we can't get too carried away here, but, well, we've got to enjoy it while we can, as what a tackle that is. Moroni I mean, can we beat them again? That's the dream, surely. Ducasse bringing the ball forward. No one in support. Jumps over that tackle. Crosses it into Martin. Hit it, my son. What a goal. It's 2-0 against Monaco. They are top of the league. They are very good. But we've just scored 2 worldies. Martin with the second goal of the game. Ducasse with the assist. I mean, the way he jumps over this tackle, you could mistake him for a hurdler athlete. Look at that. Leaps like a gazelle, lays it to Martin, 1 touch, 4 men around him, does not matter, keeper rooted to the spot. It's 2-0 Sochaux, and well, I feel like we deserve that here. We have been the better team early on. We've not quite had as much of the ball now as this game's progressed. Part of me sat thinking, Jack, you should go defensive, but I feel like we just invite pressure on ourselves as Andre Silva heads over the crossbar. I will say, we are struggling to hold on to the ball like we were in the early stages, which does make me want to change things up a little. But let's stick with this for now. Dougie Pote to Fuchs. Panner, of course, now on the pitch. Ducasse's through. Can he finish it? Tuck it in. He misses the one-on-one. That was a chance to make it 3-0. Moroni could still get the ball in. Herrera deals with it. I mean, we're taking the game to them. It's what you'd have to say. Oh, what a first half this has been. We are 2-0 up. I mean, part of me does want to check the Lyon score. I'll be honest, there is a little lingering part of me that's like, we should just see how they're getting on. If we look at the updates here, Lyon, they are drawing 0-0. So that would be an okay result as far as we're concerned. Right, I am very happy with how things are going, boys. Let's not bottle this now. It's been a close game. Do I want to control the ball a little less? Do I want to try and hit them on the counter now? You know, they're going to commit men forward. I don't think I do. I think I want to just try and keep playing the way that we're playing. Although we are struggling to keep the ball, which makes me think maybe I should go off control and just go to standard. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to stick with what we're doing for now. Set piece here, Yuri Tielemans. Early on in the second half, Monaco are going to want to fight back if they can and get this half off to a flyer. Tielemans edge of the box, hits it. Oh, Prevost had a nightmare. He's had an absolute mare there. Alright, let's get rid of retained possession and work the ball into the box. I feel like we've got to be a little bit more direct with our play as well. Let's drop deeper too. I know it's asking for trouble dropping deeper, but I feel like it's perhaps the better thing to do at this moment in time. Right, some tactical changes happening. I mean, they might not take effect. We might be able to score before they take effect. It's unlikely. But yeah, that is not the start to this second half we wanted. We are going to be inviting pressure on ourselves here. And it's a set piece again. Tielemans, edge of the box to Lozano. Don't let him get it forward. Passes it out wide to Jorge, the left back. Can we close him down? We've got 2 men on him. You've got to stop him getting the ball into the box. They don't. Ball in. Andre Silva nods it down. Oh, Balde Keita gets the goal. I mean, should I have gone more defensive sooner? Now do I go on the fluid attack Liverpool system, or do we just go back to what was working initially? Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Right. Thinking hard. Control. I mean, let's get rid of the direct passing. Let's not work the ball into the box. So let's try and keep hold of the ball where we can. Oh, that is not the start to this half we wanted. 15 minutes gone and we've let our 2-goal lead slip. Although they have taken off Firmino for João Moutinho. Going a little more defensive perhaps. I mean, 20 minutes left in this game. 2-2 would be a great result, but it might not be enough the way things are playing out. Certainly a defeat would probably spell the end to any any third place hopes that we have. Moutinho, Balde Keita, tackled by Fuchs, who gets dispossessed again, goes through the back of his man, but gets the ball just about. I mean, Herrera at the edge of the box here. We need to mark up tighter. We are letting them have lots of space. Ball through. Nice little back heel. Can we counter now? Martin, where is Ducasse? There he is. Can he get through? He's one-on-one with the keeper. Can he tuck it away? Yes, he can. Quentin Ducasse with the goal. 15 minutes left of this game. I'm not changing more defensive. It backfired spectacularly a second ago, but Ducasse with it. You wondered where he was as we hit them on the break here. I mean, do I just go contain? Oh, it seems like a recipe for disaster. We've had 3 clear-cut chances in this game. We've had the better opportunities, and we have made it count on the score sheet. It's 3-2 against Monaco. 10 minutes left. let's make a change or two. Pote is struggling out on the left. We're going to bring in Mbenza for him. Almeida as well, I think, for Panna. Panna is struggling a little bit in that box-to-box role. We need some fresh legs. Okay, 5 minutes left, 3-2 up. Just kill off the game. No more highlights, please. 4 minutes of added time. Can we cling on for this win? Lyon are winning 3-0, so it does mean that going into the last day of the season, we need them to lose. But, I mean, take nothing away from the win that we've just got here against Monaco. What a performance that is. That is why we are as high as we are in the league. We have taken the game to some of the bigger teams across this season. Yes, we lost to Monaco 3-0 when we met them away from home, but at home, we've turned our little home stadium into a fort, and that was superb. No one gave us a chance. You've got the win, boys. We do still have a chance going into the last day of the season. Monaco do win the league. Wait, when did they... How's that happened? I'm confused. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was looking at this thing. How have they lost 5-0 today? We just played them. Oh, the Knights out for 3 months. That is bad. Martin starts as we scrape a win. I mean, Ricky Martin, you little beauty. What a player. What a player. Praise him. You were superb. I mean, what a finish for his 2 goals. It means that going into the last day of the season, we still do have a chance. Now, the way it works out is that we need Lyon to lose and we need to win. But we actually need to win. If they lose 1-0, we need to win 2-0. We need a big goal swing, essentially, because I believe if we look at the league sorting rules, it goes to results between teams. And when we met Lyon away from home, we won 3-2. But at the start of the year when we met them, we lost 3-0. So we need them to bottle it. We need them to throw it away and really screw up. We've got Marseille to play, who have been pretty poor this year, really. They were predicted to be up where we are in the table. In the end, they are like down in 9th. But fingers crossed, we can try and make something happen here. It's a bit of a shame that our destiny is out of our own hands, especially after that Monaco result. I mean, what a result it was. In terms of Lyon, who are they playing on the last day of the season? This now suddenly becomes important. They're going to be taking on Angers, who are rubbish, if I remember. They're 16th. I don't want to call them rubbish, but they've got nothing left to play for. They're probably going to be on the beach, but we do need them to do us a favour if they can. Oh, boy. Right. I guess PSG lost their second to last game of the season, which makes me feel bad about the fact that we couldn't beat them and someone else did. But yeah, Marseille, the team we're going to be taking on today, they're in 9th. We're in 4th. I mean, like, I'm still on a high after that last game. Player development summary, lots of players developing nicely. Martin is continuing to improve. That is what I want to see. I mean, look at him. He's only 19. You've got to remember that. Knight has done okay, but there's been no significant improvement of his ability in